Hey, singer-songwriter Jared KF Jones, and I wanted to start a new video series. I wanted to start a new video series for fellow artists, songwriters, and producers, especially if you have a day job. Especially if there are some of you that may not, but especially if you have a day job, this series, this video is for you. And the video series is going to be encouraging and empowering artists to really, I don't want to say something like to be your best selves, but to really honor, to honor what you're doing, to honor what you're doing, to go beyond the craft of creating songs, to talk about the business side of things, to encourage you on this journey, because we're all on a journey. I'm on a journey. I am 38 years old, almost 39 in February. And thank God I still get to put out and write and record and release material and release music. Thank God I have a day job, because that allows me not only to support my family, but to fund my career or to fund my music endeavors. And it's very interesting, even starting there. Let's even start there. Oftentimes, I know I'll shy away from saying career, because typically or in theory, career is supposed to be what you're making your living from. I want to dispel a lot of junk, really, a lot of stuff that we let seep into our heads and think that just because we're not doing a certain thing, that means it's less than. No, it just means it's different. So I really want to encourage and empower fellow artists, producers, and songwriters, especially those with day jobs, to appreciate and honor your gift. How do we do that? So this video today, what I want to talk about is that appreciating the plays that you're getting, appreciating, and I'm not talking about millions. I'm talking about starting with one. Okay, we've all been, and I'll speak for myself, and I hope this will apply to you. Desiring and hearing a song in my head, getting a creative idea and hearing the record, hearing a recording, almost like you can hear it on the radio, but hearing something that doesn't exist yet in your head and being able to get that out into the world. Well, not even getting out into the world first, getting it down in our digital audio workstations, or getting it down on tape or CD or whatever we're doing nowadays, getting it down. So that's number one. Appreciating that, appreciating the creation of it, not just glossing over, oh, I got to get a new song out, or I really want this, not rushing through it, but really appreciating it from idea to, okay, how do I want to work this? Consider when a script writer or a painter begins their projects, right? They have a vision, and then they get going, right? And it's not rushing through, it's really appreciating it. So my experience, the way that I write and produce now is oftentimes I'll hear the music and melodies in my head, and then I'll go into Studio One, my digital audio workstation, and I'll start to craft, whether it's the drums or the piano, generally drums and or piano first, and then I'll start building the other elements, what I hear for bass and things like that. More often than not, when I begin producing, I'm producing it like a finished product. My goal is, as I'm picking the sounds, I'm not just doing a scratch pad, which you can do if you work well in that way, where you're just kind of putting everything, major ideas down first and then going to fine tune it. Cool. Do what works best for you. But the way I like to work is the second I start getting those drums down or that piano down or adding some bass and guitar, I'm really trying to fine tune it from that point, because I want to hear what I hear in my head. So to get to that point and really appreciating it, that could take a day, that could take weeks. I got songs that have taken me months, and that's okay, because I'm enjoying the whole process of it. And so that's what I want to encourage you to do. If you're not really good at playing a bass part or doing a certain thing, and I still, to this moment, I won't say, I play piano. I always say I dabble, right? I know enough to be dangerous, putting chords together and putting sounds together and crafting the sound that I hear in my head. That's number one. That's goal number one. Am I able to get the sound that I hear in my head out? All right, so that's one thing that I think I need to appreciate more. I want you to appreciate more when you're doing this, because this is encouragement. Because when we get to the point of just jumping, okay, now what do we want to do with that song, or the goal of the song, right? You want to have that in mind too. Do I want to release this song myself? I sing as well. If you're on this YouTube, you may have heard some of my stuff. So I sing and put out songs as well. So is this song for me? Am I going to put this out? Am I going to own this intellectual property, this song and sound recording, and go that route? Or do I want to make a just great quality recording so that I can pitch it to another artist to potentially record? Hey, XYZ artist, I got a song for you. Love you to hear. And however we do that, right? Is it that? Is it I want to get this song into a film and television opportunity? All right. Here's what I want to do with the song. I want to release it and I want to put it on film and TV. All those things you can be thinking about while you're appreciating going through the steps of creating the song, creating the recording. But when those other things come, what you start to run into is I don't want to say potential back, but once you put it out into the world, then it's somebody needs to a yes versus a no. And I explain what I mean by that. Once you put it out, and here's where we're going to kind of go in this video, the expectation, if you're releasing the song yourself, like I release a lot of music myself, the expectation is for people to hear it. You want somebody to hear your song, okay? And this is more than just recording it and playing it around the house or for family. It's more than that. If the desire is to get it on the digital streaming platforms like Spotify or Apple, YouTube, Amazon, Pandora, Tidal, like those, to have the ability to have somebody else from even across the world or somebody you've never met hear your song, that's the kind of first yes you're waiting for, right? And when you see it start to get played, and we'll go into this a little bit, it's validation. Now, you don't have to wait to celebrate those things. And here, this is what I mean by honoring your craft and really appreciating it. Because if you don't appreciate and have great joy, unbelievable joy, while you're in the creation process, I don't want to say the plays won't matter, but the plays won't mean as much. The plays will not mean as much. But you really have to appreciate this thing at every step in the process. Or else, what are we doing? What are we doing it for? Money? Fame? All that stuff is fleeting. We do it because we love it. We do it because God gifted us with this gift to be able to do this and appreciate it the whole way through. So I want to kind of get into that a little bit, is that how you can appreciate your craft, honor your craft when your music is out there. So I want to just go to my Spotify for artists. We're just going to look at that real quick and explain a little bit of how I'm trying to, again, honor my craft, honor what's been there. And this isn't to boast. This isn't to be prideful or anything. It's really just to sit back and go, yeah, cool. I'm glad people are hearing it. There's people that I haven't even met that are hearing what I had in my head. It's so cool. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. And it's going to be, let me share screen one. And we're going to go to Spotify for artists. I'm going to put myself over here. And this is, we're just going to go over the last 7 days, because the streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple has stats, Pandora has some great stats. They all have stats that you can sign up for to be able to not only utilize more tools on these platforms to ensure that your profiles look good and professional, that your bios are updated, your pictures, all that good stuff, but to stay updated regarding what's happening with my music. So I want to use this as almost a case study. This is my latest song, Lean on Jesus, was released May 31st of this year. So what is it today? It's October 3rd today. So about 3 months ago, just 3 or 4 months ago. And now we go from zero, once the song is released, 0 plays, nobody's heard it. And now I'm looking and it says, okay, over the last 7 days, 163 listeners, 187 streams, 78 followers, last 7. And I think this remains static. If this goes up, this kind of just, I forget the Spotify stat. I think the people that have been listening to you for the last 30 days, I forget exactly how it counts the followers, but kind of looking at starting with the listeners. If you're looking at stats, you could easily, and we do this to ourselves, we could very easily say, oh, it's not where I want to be yet. Don't do that. Do not do that. Not where I want to be yet. If it shows 0, the first thing you got to think of is, okay, well, how am I going to go about ensuring that I'm promoting or sharing the fact that I have a song release. Okay, the fact that I have a song out there. How am I going to go about doing that? And so before we even get to appreciating the stats, if you are at a 0 and no one's heard yet, and this is not a sponsored video, one of the things I highly recommend, I really love their site, submithub.com. Submithub.com, very cool site that allows you to, even before it's released, promote your music to those who curate playlists, not Spotify editors and things like that. That's different. You do that right on this platform, but just regular everyday people that love music in your genre, and you can submit the song to see if they would like to include it on their playlist. You can see the types of playlists that they have, how many followers, how much activity. Stay away from the botted playlist. SubmitHub does a good job of weeding out just not so great playlists, the ones that are like the ones that aren't good for you. You want to hit real people that love and appreciate the music and the style that you do. Hit them. And so Submit Hub has a great platform for that, submithub.com. So quick shout out to them. They're great. There's others, but I've used submithub.com for about, I don't know, maybe a year now. Different songs and with varying degrees of success. And by success, I just mean somebody saying, hey, we want to put the song on the playlist. So if you don't have any plays, there's ways you can go about, legitimate ways that you can go about submitting to those who love and enjoy music, those who want to listen to music, those who want to share music. That's who you need to be getting to. I say that because often we forget, let me go to where people listen to music. People have so many different feelings on platforms, this and that. At the end of the day, in its most simplistic form, let me go and be where people listen to music. For some people, that's playing live. For some people, that's let me find out where people listen to music online, here on YouTube, things like that. Let me go to where people are listening to music and find out and understand how I can share, how I can share what I'm doing, how I can elevate and promote myself. Not spam, don't spam, but what are the tools that I can use to promote myself? Okay, so that's where that starts. And when that happens, and some of these you got to spend a little money on it. If it's, hey, buy some credits so you can do this, this isn't a pay for play thing. We don't do that. Do not do that. You find out the tools, and some of these tools may have a cost associated with utilizing the tools, but ensure that it's legit stuff before you just start throwing money out there. Right? So be methodical with how we're spending our money on promotions and things like that. But in short, even just recently, so when the song first came out, I did get on, I think, one or two playlists. And even over the last couple weeks, I had some more credits stored up. And so I said, let me go ahead and give Lean another push. Lean on Jesus another push. And just got added to 6 more playlists. So very cool. So ultimately, what I'm saying is how you get from your 0. Everybody starts at 0. How you get from your 0 plays to then, 1 play, 2 plays, and to appreciate it at that level. You don't need to see 10,000 to appreciate it. You don't even need to see 163 or 187 streams to appreciate it. 1. Because that 1, if it's not yourself, you can hear your own stuff to check it, but that 1 validates, man, okay, somebody who's not me has heard my music. Now somebody else has heard the sound that I was hearing in my head, and the joy that I had creating the music, and the joy I had writing it and recording it and mixing it, mastering, all that, everything that I appreciated, somebody's now hearing it. Ooh, stay there and soak all that up. We bypass this stuff too much. We really do. And so, because that 1 means you can get 2. If you see 2, you can get 3. See 3, you can get 4. And each one, you have to, I'm not saying you got to go in and appreciate, like spend time, right? Oh man, this one, I'm not saying, but I'm getting to the mindset of looking at your stats saying, okay, man, 163 people who I've never met, who maybe have never come across my stuff, have now heard something that I created. Thank God for that. This is so cool. Other than 163 listeners, it seems like, right, unless it was 1-to-1, for 187 streams, And this is total actually. So forgive me, I kind of misspoke. This is actually total for all of my songs. Right here, the Lean on Jesus for the last 7 days, 174 streams. But ultimately, when you're looking at your main stats, there may be some repeat listeners, right? If you have more streams than you do listeners, some people are listening to a couple times. That's cool as well. So yeah. So again, forgive me, I misspoke earlier. Last 7 days, Lean on Jesus has 174 streams. The Best of Me, one of the songs that I actually put out. It was initially put out 2013. It's a whole nother story. I'll get into that maybe in one of these videos. And then the song Turn Up the World, 2 plays. But ultimately, looking at this stuff, every single one of those streams, every single one of those listeners is important. And if we just gloss over it and say, oh, 187 streams, I'm not where I want to be yet. I haven't hit 1,000 yet. Haven't hit 10,000. You're never going to be satisfied. We're never going to be satisfied, right? Get to 1 million. It's not 5. What are we doing? Stop, man. We gotta appreciate it at every level. All right. So I just wanted you to encourage you. And there's other tools and things on here. I really just wanted to focus on this for today because this is kind of where it starts. You can get into the other things like the amount of playlists and a whole bunch of other stuff. This isn't a Spotify for Artists tutorial. I'm actually gonna stop the share real quick. This isn't a Spotify for Artists tutorial, but it's just showing one platform, Spotify, one platform, how I and you can start appreciating each and every single play more. All right. Now, we haven't even got into the many things that we will. This is just kind of video one, but I think that's where it starts. Appreciating what you're doing during the creation process, appreciating what you're doing when you're putting out the song, appreciating looking at the stats. And that's every 7 days. You know, we could have looked at 28 days last year and things like that, but just focus on that little, even focus on today. It doesn't have just a today stat, but ultimately that's what I wanted to share with you. That's what I wanted to encourage you with today. We don't hear that. It's not it's not talked about enough. It's not. Because many of the videos that I've seen it's always a threshold, how to go from 0 to 10,000. What? No, how to appreciate each and every single one. Each and every single one. Because when we do that and we get into that practice of doing it, those are the reminders when we go back into the studio for that next song. Cool. All right. Hey, I already know 163 people in the last week have listened to something that I created before. Let me pour my heart and soul into this and let me enjoy this next one. And then repeat and enjoy. Repeat and enjoy. Another thing I wanted to say, just again as encouragement for you, always consider this. I say this all the time. I want to make sure I got this in the first video. There will always be an audience for what you do because you are the audience too. All right, I'm going to say that again. There will always be an audience for what you do because you are the audience too. I share that with as many people as I can because way too often we're the ones that talk ourselves out of more things than anybody else. How many conversations internally have you had with yourself that you've talked yourself out of something, right? Thinking that, oh, I know this is a prime example. It's been, I don't know, year, 2, 3 years that I've been wanting to do videos like this. Nobody's really going to watch. Nobody's really going to care about this. What? I'm constantly watching YouTube videos relating to encouragement and learning different things and tools and I love long form videos. I'll put them on at work, listen to them and while I'm getting some work done. But I said, okay, finally, I said, we just need to set aside the time, get my camera set up, which is my phone. Shout out Samsung Galaxy, and get on and just do it. Just put it up. Just do the video. Just encourage somebody. So I really hope this video encouraged you. I don't have a name for the series or this video series yet, but I definitely wanted to come on here and start encouraging you guys as artists, producers, songwriters. Again, especially if you have day jobs. I'm going to do a whole nother episode on how to balance music and family and life and day job. Oh, I'm getting into that because I know I felt it and I know I've needed encouragement. I needed to hear some things and I want to make sure I share them with you. So really hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment. Please. People always say like, share. You know what? If you like the video, like it. I'm not just going to say like. If you liked it, go ahead and like the video. If you disliked it, click the dislike. You don't hear people say that either, right? No, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. If you did not enjoy this video, please click the dislike button. For either or, please leave me a comment. Let me know what kind of content that you would appreciate from me. Now, I already have the content that's in my head that I want to give, but I also want to serve, right? I want to serve as an encourager. I want to serve as a what do you motivate somebody who can help motivate you and really get you going. Okay, so please please comment whether you like it or dislike it, or you can abstain, whether you say, you know what, I'm kind of neutral, don't click anything. All right, but either way, leave me a comment, please, because I want to hear from you. I want to engage with you. We're in this thing, you know. God's gifted us with an ability that not many people have, to be able to create, to hear things in our head, to create and to put things out, to really enjoy it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not sure how long it is. I hope the sound and everything and the visual was all good. And just have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is. God bless you. And I will see you in the next video.